we're diving deep into the world of free-to-play games.
Oh, yeah.
In 2022 and 2024.
Sounds fun.
Using a couple of sources to guide our deep dive today.
Okay.
We've got Softonic's best free-to-play games for download in 2022. And this other list, simply titled Pasted Text.
Interesting.
Which is full of no-download games so you can get into the action right away.
Makes sense.
Get ready to discover some real hidden gems.
I'm ready.
And maybe even challenge our ideas about what free-to-play really means.
Okay, I like it.
You know, it's fascinating to see how these sources really show how gaming has evolved.
Oh.
From, those hardcore experiences to like quick casual fun and all without paying anything up front.
Right.
Gaming has become so much more accessible to everyone.
It really has.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Softonic is known for their thorough software reviews, and they tested hundreds of games for their 2022 list.
Wow.
Just to be completely transparent, they do mention getting commissions on purchases made through their links. But their reviews are seen as pretty reliable in general.
Yeah, I'd agree.
They start off their list with Raid, Shadow Legends.
Okay.
A dark fantasy RPG that's pretty popular right now.
What's so good about it?
They emphasize the sheer variety of missions and modes.
Like what?
You've got campaigns, dungeons, PvP arenas, and they point out the stunning graphics.
Oh, wow.
Which work smoothly across PC, Mac, mobile, even web browsers.
That's pretty impressive.
That cross-platform compatibility is a big deal for a lot of players.
For sure.
Softonic does mention, though, the potential for grinding in Raid, Shadow Legends.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a classic free-to-play game mechanic where time is like a currency.
What do you mean?
You either spend hours unlocking champions and upgrades,
right,
or you can spend money to speed up your progress.
Interesting.
It raises some questions about player psychology and the value of time in gaming.
I can see that.
The next game is Game of Thrones: Winter is Coming.
Oh,
As a fan of the show, this one really grabbed my attention.
What's it about?
Imagine building your own Westeros, managing resources, and engaging in real-time battles.
That sounds fun.
With all the familiar faces.
Yeah.
It sounds incredibly immersive.
It does.
But Softonic notes that the browser version can be a bit laggy.
Oh, no.
And some players might find the gameplay repetitive after a while.
Okay.
Especially if they're not super into the building management part of it.
That makes sense.
And for something totally different, War Robots.
War Robots.
It's all about piloting Battletech robots.
Cool.
Upgrading your mech, customizing weapons, and basically just unleashing mayhem in online arena battles.
Awesome.
Pure adrenaline-fueled action.
Sounds like it.
War Robots really embodies that games as a service trend we're seeing everywhere.
What do you mean?
It's all about continuous updates, new content, and refined gameplay loops.
Okay.
Often prioritizing those elements over a traditional story mode.
Makes sense.
Now, War Thunder combines air, sea, and land battles with incredible detail and realism.
Oh, wow. Think like World of Tanks or Warplanes.
Right.
And the graphics are amazing.
That's cool.
But be ready for a steep learning curve.
What do you mean?
It features a really complex research tree.
Oh.
Where you have to strategically unlock vehicles and upgrades.
Interesting.
It adds a lot of depth for min-maxers, but it could feel overwhelming for casual players.
I can see that.
And mastering the controls takes time and patience.
So it's not one of those games you can just jump into and be good at right away.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then we have Enlisted, a first-person shooter set in World War II.
Okay.
It's all about historical battles, commanding a squad of AI soldiers, and choosing from different classes, each with unique skills.
Oh, cool.
It brings up an interesting point about bot versus human balance in online multiplayer games.
In what way?
Softonic mentions that the ratio isn't always perfect.
I see.
And your success often depends on the overall team's performance, rather than your individual skill.
It shows how important communication and coordination are in these types of games.
Makes sense.
Next is League of Angels, Heaven's Fury, an action MMORPG that throws you into a world of fantasy battles and hero progression.
Sounds exciting.
Picture epic clashes, dazzling powers, and a constant drive to become more powerful.
I like it.
All wrapped up in a stunning visual package.
Wow.
This game seems to embrace the complexity that some players crave.
In what way?
Especially when it comes to stats.
Okay.
Some players love diving deep into character stats and optimizing their gear, but others might find it overwhelming.
I could see that.
League of Angels seems to require a certain level of dedication to truly master its intricacies.
Sounds challenging.
Now, if you're more into building than battling Forge of Empires, might be for you.
Okay, what is it?
This online strategy game blends real-time and turn-based elements,
Cool.
letting you build your city, research technologies, and engage in PvP and PvE action.
Wow, sounds like a lot to do.
It's a classic formula that combines the satisfaction of creation with strategic combat. And it clearly has a dedicated fan base.
Yeah.
But as Softonic points out, the gameplay can get a bit repetitive.
Oh, no.
And there's the constant threat of attacks from other players.
That's tough.
You have to be constantly vigilant to protect your hard-earned empire.
Makes sense.
Now, are you ready to unleash your inner gearhead?
I think so.
Crossout is an MMO vehicular combat game that lets you build and customize your own battle-ready vehicles.
Oh, wow, from scratch.
Exactly.
That's intense.
Think welding, bolting, and strapping weapons onto anything that moves.
Awesome.
Pure post-apocalyptic mayhem.
Sounds like a blast.
What's fascinating about Crossout is its emphasis on realistic physics.
Oh, really? How so?
The weight and configuration of your vehicle directly affect how it handles.
Makes sense.
And its performance, adding a layer of strategy to the design process.
Okay.
You have to consider the trade-offs between armor speed and firepower, which makes every creation feel truly unique.
So cool.
Last on Softonic's list is Global City, a city-building simulation game.
Okay, I know those.
Think SimCity Build It.
Right.
It's all about designing your own metropolis, managing resources, and completing daily tasks to keep your city thriving.
So like a virtual mayor.
Basically,
Cool.
this genre appeals to a certain type of player.
Yeah, like who?
Someone who enjoys the satisfaction of watching their creation grow and evolve over time.
Makes sense.
But like many free-to-play games, there's a risk of hitting a wall.
Uh-oh.
Where progression slows down.
Right.
Unless you're willing to spend real money.
The classic free-to-play dilemma.
Right.
Interesting.
So we've explored Softonic's top picks for 2022, which focused on downloadable games. Now let's switch gears and check out this pasted text list, which focuses on no-download games, offering instant gaming gratification.
I like it.
It's a treasure trove of diverse titles.
Wow.
Spanning PC consoles, mobile devices.
All over the place.
With a strong emphasis on strategy games that go beyond what Softonic covered.
Okay.
That no-download aspect is great for our learner listener.
Why is that?
It provides instant access, which aligns with their desire for a quick and easy gaming experience.
That's true.
What's also interesting is the variety we see here.
Oh, yeah, like what?
One title that stands out is Wizard 101.
Wizard 101.
A popular MMO set in a magical school.
Okay.
Think like Harry Potter meets online role-playing.
Sounds fun.
It taps into a specific fandom and offers a unique thematic experience within the free-to-play space.
Likesy.
It really shows how free-to-play games aren't just about genres, but also about catering to specific interests and communities.
Right.
Then we have Stickman Hook, a casual game about skill and timing.
Okay, how do you play?
You're a stickman with a grappling hook swinging through levels, avoiding obstacles and racking up points.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, simple mechanics, but it sounds incredibly addictive.
Yeah, I could see that.
And for those who like a bit of an entrepreneurial challenge, there's Monkey Mart?
Monkey Mart.
You run a supermarket?
For monkeys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The premise alone makes me want to check it out.
Me too.
And it blends Tycoon and time management gameplay.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a recipe for some frantic fun.
That's awesome.
The blend of genres in Monkey Mart really shows the creativity we're seeing in the free-to-play space.
Yeah, how so?
Developers are experimenting with unconventional ideas and mechanics, pushing the boundaries of what a free game can be.
That's cool.
And if you think strategy games are limited to complex simulations, think again.
Oh, really?
Pasted Text is packed with a diverse range of strategy titles.
Like what?
From turn-based tactics to grand-scale warfare.
Wow.
All playable without any downloads or installations.
That's convenient.
It makes you realize that the strategy genre really thrives in the free-to-play model.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Strategy games often involve long-term planning, resource management, and a gradual buildup of power, mechanics that align well with the potential for microtransactions and time-gated progression.
That's true.
Often seen in free-to-play games.
Nicey.
So far, we've seen a glimpse of the sheer variety and accessibility of free-to-play games.
Yeah, for sure.
It's clear that this isn't just a niche market anymore.
Right.
It's a mainstream phenomenon.
It really is.
That offers something for everyone.
That's awesome.
And it's a phenomenon worth exploring further.
Absolutely.
Join us as we continue our deep dive into the world of free-to-play games
I'm ready.
Uncovering the business models, design philosophies, and the impact this accessibility has on the gaming landscape as a whole.
Sounds good. You know, it's fascinating how many different business models developers use to make free-to-play games work.
Oh, yeah. It's not just about microtransactions.
Right, although those are definitely a big part of it.
It's a real balancing act.
Yeah.
Giving players a great experience for free,
Mm-hmm.
but also, keeping the lights on for the developers.
Makes sense.
So let's take a look at how some of these games approach that challenge.
Okay, sounds good.
Softonic mentioned a few games where there's a strong temptation for in-app purchases.
Like which ones?
Raid, Shadow Legends, and League of Angels, Heaven's Fury.
Right.
They offer those shortcuts to speed up your progress.
Yeah, but that raises some questions about responsible gaming.
Definitely it requires some self-awareness as a player.
What do you mean?
Can you enjoy the game at your own pace?
Right.
Or do you feel pressured to keep up?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Luckily, there are plenty of free-to-play games that offer a more balanced approach.
Like what?
Destiny 2 and Guild Wars 2, both on that pasted text list.
Okay.
They've embraced a hybrid model.
What's that?
You get a free core experience,
Mm-hmm.
but you have the option to buy expansions or subscribe
Okay.
for extra content and features.
Interesting.
It's a way to cater to both casual players and those who want to go all in.
I see. So you can choose your level of commitment.
Exactly. And that hybrid model seems to be getting more popular across the industry.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Even some traditionally paid games are trying out free-to-play components.
That's interesting.
It's all about giving players choices.
Yeah.
And finding that sweet spot between making money and creating a positive player experience.
Makes sense.
And speaking of choices, both our sources highlight how diverse the free-to-play landscape has become.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got hardcore RPGs, intense shooters, and those quirky, casual games.
It's amazing how much variety there is.
It's clear that free-to-play has moved way beyond niche appeal.
It's gone totally mainstream.
Absolutely, and the demographics are so diverse now, too.
You're right. It's not just one type of person playing these games anymore.
We're talking players of all ages, backgrounds, and gaming experience levels.
It's great to see.
Remember when free-to-play games used to have that reputation for being low quality?
Oh, yeah.
That perception has definitely shifted.
It has. There's some really high-quality free-to-play games out there now.
It's a testament to the innovation and quality we're seeing in free-to-play games today.
Absolutely.
Some of them have console-quality graphics and gameplay.
Yeah, and dedicated esports scenes.
Yay!
Rivaling those of traditional paid titles.
Pasted text even includes games like Dota 2 and World of Warships, Legends.
Oh, wow, those are huge.
Known for their super competitive multiplayer scenes and demanding skill ceilings.
It's proof that free doesn't have to mean compromising on depth or quality.
Right. It challenges those old assumptions about what a free-to-play game can be.
I think that's a great thing for gaming overall.
Thinking back to our learner-listener profile,
Okay.
what would you say are some key takeaways for someone just starting to explore free-to-play games?
Well, first of all, don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah, try different things.
That's the beauty of free-to-play. You can try out different genres, find what clicks with your playstyle without spending any money.
Right, it's like having a giant gaming buffet at your fingertips.
I like that analogy.
But like any buffet, it's good to have a strategy.
Oh, how so?
Do a little research before diving in.
Makes sense.
Read reviews, watch some gameplay videos, get a sense of the game's mechanics, and check out what the community is saying.
Yeah, good idea.
That way you can make informed choices about which games you want to invest your time in.
Right, whether that's a quick 5 minutes or hours of dedicated play.
A little research can save you from those buyer's remorse moments.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Even when the game is free.
It's also wise to be aware of those monetization strategies.
Yeah, those little nudges to spend money.
Understand how the game encourages spending.
Right?
Are those microtransactions just for cosmetic stuff, or do they actually affect gameplay?
That's a good question to ask yourself.
It's about finding games that align with your personal comfort level when it comes to spending.
At the end of the day, it's all about having fun.
Exact.
Games should be a source of entertainment and enjoyment, not stress or frustration.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the grind.
Especially in those super competitive online games.
Yeah, you can feel pressured to keep up with others.
But remember, it's about finding those games that bring you joy. The ones you're excited to play, regardless of how much or how little you choose to spend.
Couldn't agree more.
It's amazing to think about how far free-to-play games have come.
I know, right?
They've completely shattered that old stereotype
Which one?
of being, low-budget, simplistic experiences.
Yes, that's tough.
We're seeing free-to-play games pushing the boundaries now.
In what way?
In terms of graphics, storytelling, and gameplay mechanics.
For sure.
Some of the games we talked about even rival those big-budget AAA releases.
Oh, yeah?
In terms of quality and polish.
Absolutely.
Both Softonic and that pasted text list are full of examples.
Like what?
Games that offer those console-quality experiences.
Yeah.
Deep lore, complex character progression systems.
It's really impressive.
It's clear that the lines are blurring.
Between what?
Between traditional gaming models and free-to-play.
I see what you mean.
It's a really exciting development.
Yeah.
For both players and the industry as a whole.
How so?
It opens up gaming to a much wider audience, making it more accessible than ever before.
That's awesome.
It also allows developers to experiment
with what?
New ideas and business models.
Right.
Fostering a spirit of creativity and innovation.
I agree.
I wonder if we're moving towards a future where most games adopt some kind of free-to-play model.
Interesting thought.
Maybe a core game that's free.
Yeah.
With optional expansions or cosmetic items.
Right. For those who want to spend.
Exactly.
That hybrid model seems like it's gaining traction.
It does.
It offers a lot of flexibility for players.
In what way?
It lets them tailor their experience to their preferences and budget.
Makes sense.
And for developers,
yeah,
it's a way to reach a bigger audience while still making money.
It's a win-win.
It really is.
It's definitely an exciting time to be a gamer.
For sure.
There's so much choice. And so many innovative experiences emerging all the time.
Absolutely.
And with free-to-play games leading the charge.
Yeah.
Who knows what the future holds?
That's the exciting part.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We explored the vast landscape of free-to-play games. From the strategic depths of War Thunder to the whimsical charm of Wizard 101.
Good times.
We unpacked the diverse business models that fuel this evolving market, and we marveled at the sheer variety of genres and experiences available.
Are for free.
All at your fingertips.
It's incredible.
But before we wrap up,
we
want to leave you with one final thought.
I like it.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
As you embark on your own free-to-play adventures.
Okay, I'm listening.
With so much content available for free, it's easy to fall into a pattern.
Of what?
Of endless consumption.
Oh, yeah.
Jumping from one game to the next without really engaging with any of them.
I've been there.
So our challenge to you, dear listener, is this.
Okay.
Be mindful of your gaming habits.
That's good advice.
Choose games that really spark your interest.
Yeah.
Savor the experience, and don't be afraid to step away.
Okay.
And explore something new.
I like that.
Remember, it's not about how many games you play. But the quality of the experience you have.
Well said.
And who knows, that next free-to-play gem, the one that truly captivates you, might be just a click away.
You never know.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of free-to-play games.
It was fun.
Happy gaming, everyone.